Hello, my beautiful ones. How you all doing? Have you had a fantastic time? Tables laden with food and laughter and fun. Well, I haven't. I don't mind actually. It wouldn't suit me at all. I've never had that kind of life. I've always had a bit of a quiet, solitary life, even with the family. So it's good to see other people having fun out of us. So yeah, I got through Christmas Day and Boxing Day and New Year's today. So I'm back on the roll. I think I tend to hide away actually. I think I'm a little bit frightened of people and I hide away. But I had a very nice Christmas lunch for me, which was okay. And I've just got through, but I haven't been out for a week. I've been stuck in here, pacing up and down like a tiger. No sleep, no company. So I'm just aware that there's a lot of talk about ascension. Now I'm just going to give you a little bit of a background, not to the ascension itself, because that's a very personal thing, but to there is a sequence, and I get a bit frustrated with all these websites and all these videos and the people talking about unless you've got a real master that knows what he's talking about, I wouldn't listen to a lot of it, because the people aren't fleeing up in their thousands. There's a process. You have to go through the 5th initiation. There is such a thing as initiation. It's to prepare you, because otherwise you wouldn't be able to handle the energy. You'd lose your mind, you'd blow up. And there has to be a process. It takes many lifetimes. First initiation, second, third, fourth. The fourth I went through when I was married, and that is a horrendous. That's crucifixion. You can look all this up. I'll give you a link later on so you can find out more about it, because I don't know. Obviously I don't know everything about it, but I know what's happened to me. The fourth, the crucifixion, is losing everything. You give up everything. And you're not also aware of what the thing is. Years ago there wasn't all this stuff. There was no internet, there was no this, no that. There are books about it, and of course the masters know everything. They're the teachers, but it wasn't I don't think it was passed on specifically to the everyday person, because couldn't handle it. Now we're prepared more. We've got, we've cleansed ourselves and we're brighter, we've got more light and all this stuff, and we're more on higher consciousness. We can handle it more, but you do have to go through the 5th initiation. This initiation is a earth initiation, but it prepares you for the next one, the 6th, which is the ascension. Okay, so I've made notes, but once I get into my space, I don't read the notes anyway. So I had my initiation, my 5th one, when I was I was here. Yeah, that's right. It was March 2021. Fortunately, I keep a diary. Do keep a diary. Write everything down that happens to day by day, or however you want to do that, because you need to go back to look at things sometimes and check on it. So the March 2021 was and it was a fantastic experience. And of course, it's different for everyone. But I knew something was happening, so it was happening. And then after the 5th initiation, which is a very important one, you can't ascend without it. But I don't know, I work with the masters and I know these things. I'm not, you have to know from experience as well. So once you've had the 5th, then it depends how long it takes, but then you go on ready for the 6th, which is the ascension, and you receive a lot of help, a lot of teachings, and you're off your head most of the time, because it's a huge battle. It's a huge battle. You're beginning to get prepared to accept the higher self. It's not a being, it's an energy, Christ self, the higher self, the light, into your high heart chakra. The chakras are all changing, everything's going on. Meanwhile, you're off your head. Well, it is. I've actually, I went onto an internet because I wanted to know more about it myself. Pages, look, this is just on one initiation. I'll give you the link so you can check on it. It's very complex, but there's a basic sequence. The 5th initiation, then you start to get real contact with your higher self. It's not just being that you talk to now and then. It's not a being, it's a light which anchors into your high heart chakra, ready for the 6th initiation. And then the two of you join together. It's one energy. You can look on Summit Lighthouse, they have diagrams of all this different energies. It's very complicated. And of course it's got a different name. Different beings give it different names. High self, this. So, but as I understand it, and I've done quite a lot of looking into it lately for my own benefit, because I'd like to know what's going on. And you do feel this connection with a very bright high self, Christ self, and it's part of you. So your two of you are then joined up, ready for the sixth initiation, which is what Jesus took when he was on the cross. He actually wasn't the sixth. He was down like you and me doing the fifth initiation. Then the Christ came in, his Christ self came in, and it was the Christ that took the sixth initiation for ascension. Not everyone knows that. I just thought of it. But there we go. That's basically it. But the thing is that it does get more and more. I mean, I thought, you know, you read all this stuff, the sixth initiation, ascension. Oh, you know, life's gonna be wonderful, happy clappy. Everyone's gonna get well and happy, lots of money. You know, it's not. I'm very disappointed what in the fifth initiation. Maybe the sixth is different. I don't know, but it's not what it's made out to be. Everyone's on the internet saying, "Oh, happy." It's not. The tests get more intense. They get more intense because you have to be clear enough to absorb this energy for the sixth, because it is pure light. I mean, it's electrical. It could destroy you if you're not prepared. So it's no good flying off. I mean, there's a chap, I think there's Daniel or somebody, he does workshops for ascension. You can't ascend through a workshop. You've got to have your master with you and your teacher, and you've got to... And the thing is, we don't know these things. We're not conscious of them. I think we're becoming to be more so, but we don't know it. So there's people like me that have been through it that are passing on what they know, because they say, yes, it does happen like this, you know. It's not theory. So many people on the internet have got their theories. They haven't done it. What are they talking about? They don't know what it's like. I want my pet subject today. So the battle begins before the sixth. Now, I mean, it is a battle. It is a battle, and I've got pages of stuff here. It will say, now we'll start the union of the higher self and the lower self. The union begins in the holy heart. The anchoring is part of the sixth initiation as well as the fifth. So you start to get more and more developed. Once the higher self wins the battle, there is a battle, because you have to clear everything. I mean everything. You know, everything. So the battle begins, and once you've got your breath back, the battle begins between your lower personality and the higher self. The higher self will win. It will obviously win, but this is what we go through. We're getting rid of all this stuff, and half the time you don't know what it is. You think, you know, you just have to trust that you're doing the right thing. Once the high self battle wins, the radiant chakras will drop in their vibration. The chakras all change. Everything changes. I won't go into it. Honestly, it is very complex. I don't understand it all. As you'll begin to feel there's a veil between you and the physical world. You will engage but be present but feel apart. No, I do. I feel very apart at the moment. Every fear you have, whether it's heights, spiders or claustrophobia, will suddenly be presented for testing. You'll be looking more within the self. Your sacred and holy heart will be looking inward, so you may feel less heart connected to humanity, though that's not true. Letting go of all your desires and attachments come up for release. Love of self occurs. The tests keep coming for mastery over the physical, emotional and mental bodies. The ego is present, but to a much lesser degree. What it appears you will note. Part of the process after the fifth is to clear the karma of all your dimensional lives. So this is, I will give you the link, because it is a very lot to work out and to read out. But it just says, by the time you've reached the sixth, which is the ascension, you will have cleared karma from all dimensional lives, faced and mastered all your fears, awakened the higher chakras, and the higher self will have anchored itself in your holy heart, ready for the next phase. So I hope you got all that, and I will leave you a link. So I think one of my final, I mean, now you know what you don't know, I do talk a lot of stuff. my peculiar experiences, honestly. And I'm very lucky to sort of, I keep finding bits in books and I sort of get my intuition and all that stuff. And I do know actually that I have already been there, done that, got there, got the t-shirt many thousands of years ago. I think I've mentioned this before. This is my confusion, as I came into this lifetime without any of this knowledge because I had to pay a debt. And I have literally been 40 years in the wilderness paying this debt. I think I know what it was, but I won't. Paying back and reassessing. And somebody once said to me, you're on a backwards progression, and I have been. So the frustration is, I know all this, I've been there, I've got the ascension, but I've had to come right back down and start again. Praise the Lord. So my last experience is with my daughter. Here we go again. Don't sigh. It's been this has been my 2 or 3 year battle, trying to get this solved. And you know how difficult, how difficult it is to get success in these things. Well, what is success anyway? I thought I'd done it. And of course we have Christmas. I haven't had a Christmas present. I've had a card from her, and I was trying to work things out. And it's only happened today actually, so it's all still fresh. But initially I thought, I just have this. You see, when you really are merged in with your higher self, you become it. So you're having all this extra. It's like extra strength, extra knowledge comes from somewhere. You are it. This encyclopedia. And I think I was asking, what's the final thing I could do to get rid of this attachment? I think I was still attached. And I suddenly had a vision and a feeling and a thought and everything. I actually understood her exactly from her point of view. It was a shock actually. I saw her from her point of view and saw me from her point of view. And it was like a real shock. I thought, wow, no wonder we're never going to make it. We're just doing this. So I kind of gave up on that, and it was really helpful. And the following day, a Christmas card came. Hello, Mum. How are you? Hope you're well. I thought, I think I've said this last time. I just cannot get these two things together. And something happened today. Now it's gone again. Something happened today to make me realise that's what it was. Did you find that you get the answers when you're just talking aloud to yourself? I think it's from the subconscious, isn't it? It's not conscious. And I was just doing something and I was talking to myself and I thought, well, of course, I said, she's never going to understand me because she's jealous of her mum. Now, I don't suppose she knows that. And I don't know, daughters and mothers are peculiar. I think she was something jealous of my personality or a past life thing. There was something going on. And the minute I got that, that's it. That is it. She's not seeing me. She's got this something in her that's not able to see me. And I've got to accept that. And it was very healing actually to get to that point of, well, I've seen how she sees me. What's that expression? Oh, the gift was give us to see ourselves as others see us. Now I'm watching myself talking now. That's very odd. It's a weird feeling. Sorry, my higher bit. I'm watching myself talking. So that was a release that I've really got the message that we are never ever going to understand each other, and I've had to let that go. So that's my final thing, I think, because I've already received this initiation. That was actually about 2 months ago, I think. So it is hotting up. But I'm very lucky. I've got the videos. I can talk to you. I have to upload it. I've not talked to anyone for a week, and all this is going on. So here we are again, New Year 2024. Anyway, my darlings, thank you for listening, and I hope you got some luck from it. I'll put the link on the video itself. So you take care of yourselves and keep on. I think understanding what's happening is helpful, isn't it? To know why you do it. I always find it is. I just hate not knowing things. So hope that's helped a little bit. Okay then, take care of yourselves. God bless. Bye bye.